What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the latest Liverpool transfer news, and I'm so excited because reports coming from Spain and Germany, reports coming from France and from England are saying that Nicolas Pepe wants to join Liverpool. Liverpool have been having links with Nicolas Pepe, and we already talked to the agents of Nicolas Pepe. That has been confirmed by actually the Lille president, so Liverpool definitely have an interest in Nicolas Pepe, but at the moment it looks like that Pepe has weighed up his options and he chose Liverpool. So it's now a matter of just hopefully days when Liverpool make an official bid for Nicolas Pepe to Lille, because first you always ask the agent, the players, representatives, whether the player actually is interested in coming to your club, and then you make the official bid. That's in reality how transfers really work in today's world. And guys, if you enjoy these transfer news videos, leave a like, it takes just a second and it really helps me out, and subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you never miss the latest Liverpool uploads, transfer news uploads. And according to the reports coming from Italy, Serie A giants Napoli have actually made a player plus cash deal bid to Lille, but that is just for 50 million pounds. That is just for 50 million euros plus attacking midfielder Adam Onas, and Lille rejected that because they value Nicolas Pepe at around 70-80 million euros. And at the moment Pepe is on holiday after the Ivory Coast crashed out at the Africa Cup of Nations. So it's a little bit difficult negotiations because Pepe is still on holiday, so he's not at Lille to, you know, personally negotiate with any club at the moment. So I think Liverpool are just playing the waiting game, just waiting until Nicolas Pepe is back from his holidays, and then we will sit down with him and Lille and thrash out a deal, hopefully. And Pepe, according to the reports, is keen to have his future resolved. Arsenal, Everton, Manchester United have also been linked with a move to Pepe, but Pepe wants to play for Liverpool because Liverpool can offer realistic chances to winning titles, and also Liverpool can offer Champions League football, and also we are the European champions. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this deal go through, because I think that Liverpool really need another attacking player. You could see that in the recent preseason friendlies Liverpool lost back-to-back games, which was very disappointing, and the drop-off between the first team and the second team and the third team is massive at Liverpool. And Nicolas Pepe could be perfect. He's 24 years old. He scored the second most goals in the Ligue 1 in the French league, behind Mbappe. And Nicolas Pepe can play as a left winger, as a right winger, as a striker. He is very similar to Mane, very similar to Salah. So it wouldn't change the tactics of Liverpool if we just switched Mane out and Pepe in when Mane needs a rest, or when he's tired, when he's injured. And remember that Liverpool really need as many attacking players as early as possible, because Mane, Salah and Firmino probably won't be ready for the first Premier League game of the season. Maybe they will be ready for just European Super Cup final against Chelsea, but it's still very difficult because usually Jurgen Klopp likes to give a 3-week holiday to any player that goes in a summer tournament. So at the moment Mane will probably be back just before the Norwich game. That is Liverpool's first Premier League game at home, but I don't think that Mane would go into the starting 11 straight away. And Salah and Firmino could be ready, but they would have just a 1-week preseason. I think it's not ideal, and Jurgen Klopp probably have to do some thinking, you know, how much workload he puts the big attacking players under. And that's why I think it's crucial that Liverpool sign Nicolas Pepe, because Pepe could come in just a little bit ahead of Mane, before Mane in the preseason training, and he could be ready to start the first game. And I think having Nicolas Pepe in our squad could be the difference between winning the Premier League and coming second again. Because, as I said, we have to compete with Manchester City, and Man City have the likes of Gabriel Jesus and Mahrez on the bench. Do Liverpool have similar caliber of players, similar world-class players sitting on the bench? No, I have to say Origi is not as good as Gabriel Jesus. Shaqiri is not as good as Riyad Mahrez. So probably Liverpool need to have Nicolas Pepe on the bench in some games. But I think with Liverpool being in 7 competitions next season, I can't stress this enough. Nicolas Pepe, even if he is not a regular starter, will probably get around 30 to 40 games. And I think it makes sense for Nicolas Pepe wanting a Liverpool transfer, because he previously said in interviews that he wants to go to a club where they have fullbacks who are overlapping the strikers and who create space for the attackers, the wingers, and I think Liverpool play exactly like that. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andrew Robertson are overlapping the fullbacks, and I think Pepe will be perfect for Liverpool. He is a very strong, very fast, physical player. The Premier League is a very fast, physical league, and the likes of Nicolas Pepe could really shine and excel in a league like the Premier League. And Nicolas Pepe has a very, very good skill set. He can score, he can assist, he can score long range goals, he can score loads of types of different goals. He's good at penalties as well. And I think we have to battle with many different clubs. And Napoli has made the first move. Napoli already are talking with Lille. They already offered about 45 million pounds plus a player to Lille, but Lille rejected it. But Liverpool have to act fast. If we sit on our hands a little bit too long, Nicolas Pepe could say, Liverpool don't want me enough, I will go to Napoli where they really want me. And Napoli could be a good club for Nicolas Pepe as well. He would be a regular starter at Napoli in my opinion, and I think that's very important. Playing time is very important for Nicolas Pepe. He doesn't just want to go to the club where he gets the biggest wages, and he doesn't want to go to the, like, on paper biggest club. He wants to go to the club that suits his skill set and his needs perfectly. And I think that Liverpool and Napoli could be 2 clubs that battle it out in the end in the transfer window for Nicolas Pepe. So I really, really hope that Liverpool go for this guy. And at the moment we are interested in him, but we haven't made any concrete offers. And Napoli, it looks like, are making some transfer moves on other players that were linked with Liverpool previously. For example, the Daily Mirror is reporting that Napoli want to sign a Nabil Fekir. Lyon want around 20 million euros for Fekir, which is like 16 million pounds, something like that. And for that price, I really want Liverpool to be interested, but at the moment it looks like Liverpool are not interested in Nabil Fekir, and he could go to Napoli for like 20 million euros or something like that. And that could be a real bargain. If Nabil Fekir can stay clear of injuries, he would be a phenomenal player for Napoli. But at the moment it looks like Liverpool consider his knee injury and his knee issues to be so significant that even at 20 million, even at less than half of his price that we agreed the transfer on 1 year ago, the Liverpool are not interested in Nabil Fekir. We agreed a 53 million pound deal for Nabil Fekir just 12 months ago, and now for 16, 17 million, Liverpool are not interested. It blows my mind, but that's the reality. And I'm not sure if it's a good decision or not, because I think there would be a space for Nabil Fekir in the Liverpool squad, and it would excite the fans as well. But if Liverpool are not interested, if Jurgen Klopp and the Liverpool medical team thinks that it's too big of a risk, even at 70 million, I have to trust Jurgen Klopp's judgment. I have to trust it, because he has made like 90% of the transfer deals spot on and very, very good decisions. And you can't argue with Liverpool's transfer record recently under Jurgen Klopp and under the transfer committee since Jurgen Klopp became the manager of Liverpool. So I really hope that Fekir doesn't do like incredible numbers at Napoli. He doesn't score 20 goals and 20 assists in like a season and a half or something like that. So we shall wait and see how that pans out. And what a weird statement by Antoine Griezmann. He said, in terms of teams, I admire Liverpool the most because of the fans. Hopefully one day they will win the Premier League again. That's what Griezmann told Sky Sports. So even though Griezmann just signed for Barcelona, he is it looks like a big fan of Liverpool, and that's very, very interesting in my opinion. So good luck to Griezmann at Barcelona. And Jurgen Klopp gave a hilarious interview about the trophy parade and the shenanigans that went on in that trophy parade. He said, by the way, people thought I was drunk on the trophy bus, but I was not. I only had 2 beers. I just looked drunk. All the beers I should have, Alisson had. Last year, my agent called me on holiday and said, how are you? And I said, I'm fine, I'm over it. I could not feel better if the cup was next to me. Now I know that was a lie. It is a big difference when the cup stands next to me. He's talking about the Champions League trophy, of course. And Jurgen Klopp also said this about the Champions League trophy and victory aftermath. I had plenty of mornings this summer waking up and realizing it is still true. The special story of not winning it the year before, it made it unbelievable. My career is like that. At Mainz, we didn't get promoted twice, then we were promoted the 3rd time. That was like it made the party 3 times better. It was better for Dortmund not to be champions a year earlier than we were. It was the right time. And now I think this was our right time because we were ready as a team. The season before we were a big surprise to everyone and ourselves. This time it was not like this. And I agree, Liverpool weren't a surprise Champions League finalist this year, because last year nobody expected Liverpool to go to the Champions League final because we were back in the Champions League after many years of out of the competition. In fact, before Liverpool made the Champions League final and lost to Real Madrid, in the previous 7 seasons, Liverpool only competed in the Champions League once, I think, and we crashed out at the group stages on the Brendan Rodgers. We lost to Real Madrid home and away in the group stages, and we couldn't even qualify to the knockout stages. That's why Jurgen Klopp is saying that qualifying for the first Champions League final under Klopp was a surprise. The second time it wasn't, and Liverpool were actually, for the first time under Klopp, favourites to win the final. And I'm just so happy we did it, because can you imagine how disappointing it would have been if Liverpool didn't win the Champions League against Tottenham? I mean, it would have been a devastating feeling, and also a really long summer to wait for the new season to start. And I really hope that Liverpool are not complacent. I want them to make at least one big transfer. But it's up to Jurgen Klopp, and he will ultimately decide what's best for the football club. And fellow Englishman Jadon Sancho commented on Ryan Brewster and what he thinks about this talented kid. This is what he said, and I quote, "He's a great player. I played with him a lot for England. He scored a lot of goals for us, and I have assisted him. It's a good thing for us to have something like him. I feel like it's a good thing for us to have someone like him. I feel like he's at the right club, he's developing, he still is so young. Just give him time and patience and you will see. I know how good he is. He calls his defenders nightmares, and I'm just so happy to see Jadon Sancho, who is also a huge talent, be giving so much confidence and compliments to Ryan Brewster, because Brewster is a very big talent, and I'm really looking forward to Brewster hopefully scoring 10 goals at least and getting a lot of minutes under Jurgen Klopp in this season that is coming. He already scored 4 goals in pre-season in like 4 games, and that is a very impressive number. And Liverpool legend John Aldridge also commented on Jurgen Klopp's decision to back the young players during this transfer window. Jurgen Klopp, this is what he said: Jurgen Klopp appears to be ready to hand Liverpool's youthful talent a chance to shine in his first team rather than signing big money players this summer. He has earned the right to be backed in this bold decision. And I agree with Aldridge, as disappointing as it is for Liverpool fans that Jurgen Klopp are not like splashing the cash this summer. We already did. Remember that Liverpool spent about 250 million pounds in the past 18 months on players. Especially Virgil van Dijk and Alisson cost an absolute fortune, just 150 million pounds for those two combined. So now Liverpool, instead of spending on big players anymore, we are focusing on the youngsters. And Jurgen Klopp, who made 4 cup finals with Liverpool and who won the Champions League, he deserves to decide what he wants with this Liverpool squad. And I just hope that this gamble, which is a little bit of a gamble, doesn't backfire. I really hope that we don't get big injuries to key players, because I think that is what ultimately will decide Liverpool's fate next season, or this season, sorry, because if we get big injuries to Van Dijk or to Salah or to Mane or even to Firmino, I don't think we can survive with without those players, or even Alisson. The backup players are not as good, obviously, and we are up against probably the most expensive team in world football history in Manchester City. So Liverpool have to be almost perfect to win the Premier League, and that's what everybody wants. So we shall wait and see whether we can do it. But it will be a great season, a very exciting one, that's for sure. And Jurgen Klopp has actually revealed that for the first time under his management, the Liverpool squad are now allowed to touch the "This is Anfield" sign in the tunnel of Anfield. This is what he said about 3 years ago. So not now, but 3 years ago. I've told my players not to touch the "This is Anfield" sign until they win something. It's a sign of respect. But now in an interview, he said that the boys asked me if we will now touch the sign in the stadium. So I said, why not? It's okay now. I'm not sure if I will do it though, because last year we had done so well and I didn't touch it. It's just good to have the license to touch it or not. And that's actually a good thing, because now that Liverpool won a big trophy, they are now players who are in Anfield history and Liverpool history forever. So they have the right, they earned the right to touch the "This is Anfield" sign, because they already put down a marker in Liverpool's history. I mean, any squad that wins the Champions League goes down into Anfield history. And there has been only previously 5 squads that won the Champions League. So these Liverpool players are good enough to win many trophies again, and I'm really looking forward to them doing that. And Eden Hazard, who recently signed for Real Madrid, was asked whether he was scared of any player he has faced during his career so far, and this is what he said: no one, but to be fair, in the Premier League we have a lot of good defenders, especially this season. Van Dijk was on fire, that's why he got the PFA Player of the Year award. He's really good, he's strong. I remember we played Liverpool away and I was striker, and I tried to jump against him and I fell down, no chance. Wow, that is actually, I've never heard Eden Hazard saying that against, like, about any other defender, that he had no chance to outjump for Virgil van Dijk and no chance to really beat him in a one-on-one battle. And I think Van Dijk had an outstanding season, and I really hope that he keeps this performance up this season as well, that is just about to start, because then Liverpool have all the chances in the world to win not 1 but even 2 or 3 trophies. So I'm really looking forward to it. And James Milner also complimented Ryan Brewster. This is what he said: Ryan is more outgoing and got more confidence than I had at his age. I think I had an inner belief and a quiet belief in myself, whereas Ryan lets everyone know. That is fine as long as you are learning and you have that arrogance on the pitch, which he does, and then off the pitch he's the other side. To come in here and score goals in pre-season is great, and it has given him a lift, but now it is the start of it. He has got a great squad around him, he has learned of the manager, and he needs to take everything in every day. Every day is an opportunity to prove himself and improve again. And Brewster's confidence is justified. He's very fast, he's strong, he's a superb finisher, and Jurgen Klopp gives him confidence by saying that he will have all the chances in the world in this Liverpool squad, and in this season he will get minutes, so it's only up to Brewster to take that chance and to deliver, to score goals, to play well, to get assists, and I think he will shine in this Liverpool team. So really looking forward to watching him this season. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.